Where?
Mm.
Someone's gotta change. Someone's gotta change. Someone's gotta change.
Mm-hmm. Hello, students. What is good? Today is a special day because you're alive and you're watching me. La 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 la. What is up? Hello. Goodness. How we doing? Now, as you see, students, see how calm I am now? Of course, I just chugged a coffee. Out of all things that we need to calm down with, but yeah. But hey, what's up? I feel great because guess what? Just start out on a smooth ass stream, which is great. Got everything situated here. We're going to be talking about tea today. I'm sorry, hold up. I'm getting a little abrasive here. First off, if you are brand new, hi, welcome. Welcome to the show. My name is Professor Void, and basically what I try to do is dive through Wikipedia, and we try to discover trending topics using it, whatever I find interesting during that time, what the world influences me to search. Because Wikipedia is an amazing place. Yeah, sure, it has its problems, but I think, it's the perfect place to find information on the internet because the internet's wrong. The internet's right. It's crazy. It's dark. It's scary. But also, it's wonderful. It's hopeful. And it's an open source platform that everyone needs to fucking use. And so, for the goal to learn more, and the goal to learn something new as much as possible, and for the sake of just having fun on Wikipedia, well, cheers. Get your mugs ready. Get ready to take notes. Get ready to laugh. Get ready to yell. And let's dive right into it. All right. Today's topic that we're going to learn about today is the tea. That's right. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be talking about the tea and NBs out there. I got to be, what was it? I've been watching a lot of like leftist streams, so I'm just kind of like, learning a bunch of stuff in the way to properly discuss stuff. But hey, ladies and gentlemen, NBs, welcome. We're going to be talking about tea. We're going to be discovering the history behind it, maybe find some humorous stuff onto it. And the goal is basically we use Wikipedia as a foundation, and then we kind of just go into the articles that show us what's up with it. All right? So that's the goal. Okay? Let me not waste any of your time. And let's get right into it, right? First off, immediately, now of course, you're probably wondering why this UI looks fucking beautiful. That's because, well, it's utilizing WikiWand. Now, I love this beautiful UI. It's beautiful. I love it. Look at that hand. Ah, gorgeous stuff. And it makes, Wikipedia a little bit prettier. Because, let's be honest, Wikipedia has a great personality. Okay? Wikipedia is gorgeous. All right? They got quick wit, they got funny jokes, maybe a little controversial sometimes, but we like them. But all in all, yeah. That UI needs to be better. And that's where WikiWand comes in. So, that's what we're going to be utilizing. So, now, of course, reading this article, it hurts my jaw. All right? It hurts the back of my throat sometimes. So, of course, what I utilize here, it's beautiful. I summon my little guy over here. Brian, say hello. Thank you. All right. And today we're going to be using this to read for us. And that way, that gives me time to, because audio and fucking like sight and actually reading it, there's more senses being taken over with information. That way you, possibly audio listeners are, still hearing it. And I don't run the risk of cracking my voice, so I don't embarrass myself. So there you go. So, of course, what's the run time that we're looking at here? 30-minute article. Not bad. Versus the coffee article that we saw last time. Go ahead and check that out. We have highlights on the YouTube channel. Basically, it I think what was it? Like we ran up almost up to an hour just on that article. Sometimes we bounce from other articles if the article's real short, which is kind of fun. But sometimes you just get an article that's like dedicated. The Wikipedians come right in and just delicious. So okay. But today, let's get right into the intro of tea.
Tea, from Wikipedia, the free encyclopedia. Tea is an aromatic beverage prepared by pouring hot or boiling water over cured or fresh leaves of Camellia sinensis, an evergreen shrub native to China and East Asia. After water, it is the most widely consumed drink in the world. There are many different types of tea. Some, like Chinese greens and Darjeeling, have a cooling, slightly bitter, and astringent flavor, while others have vastly different profiles that include sweet, nutty, floral, or grassy notes. Tea has a stimulating effect in humans primarily due to its caffeine content.
Unless you get the tea that that makes you sleepy. Oh my god. I haven't tried those out. But I'm very susceptible to just sleeping agents. I don't know if it's just a generational thing where we're just ready for either the eternal sleep or just sleep in general. It is just ready to go. I think I think if I bounce back and forth, I think the stimulating effects from coffee to tea, they really start showing up. Definitely. Let's see, but I'm very interested. See, and then again, after water is the world's most commonly used drink. Now, yeah, you're gonna have to tell. Empire of Tea. They're saying that this is. Oh shit, we got a book? Expect me to read? What the fuck? Hold up. What we got here? Can you all see that? Probably not. There we go. In this book, it's saying when settled city civilizations emerged about 10,000 years ago, number of density dependent diseases emerged. Oh shit, what? Hold up. During the next 200 years ago, it was drunk in handful of religious communities. But thousands of years ago, it was drunk by millions of Chinese. 500 years ago, over the year of the world's population was drinking tea as their main alternative to water. During the next 500 years, drinking tea spread over the world. 100. Let's see here. In Britain, for example, 165 million cups of tea a day are drunk. Holy shit! An average person of over 3 per person. I mean, that's Britain, so that makes sense. But holy shit! Okay, cool. Damn. Oh, I have a spot of tea. I bet, right? So the British get it down. British don't fuck around with their tea. They got their tea and crumpets. Yeah. Fucking spare a tea bag. And then Americans come in and then try to fuck all that shit up. My camera's weird. Let's see if I can quickly shift that here real quick. Pop. Bam! Ooh, dance. Alright, cool. There we go. Now I'm looking at the screen. So, alright.
The tea plant originated in the region encompassing today's southwest China, Tibet, North Myanmar and northeast India, where it was used as a medicinal drink by various ethnic groups.
That's interesting because, like, what was it? So these, like, the two most caffeinated drinks, most popular and caffeinated drinks originated in Asia then. Because, what was it? I don't need you to pop up. Thank you. Because what was it I think it was, what we learned yesterday was Middle Eastern. It was Middle Eastern countries, and the plant originated there, the specific bean or the grape. Or it was like, I think it was the seed. It was like some kind of fruit. But then that came in, and now Eastern Asian countries, Southwest, Tibet and northern East India were used for medicinal drink for various ethnic groups. Look at them.
An early credible record of tea drinking dates to the 3rd century AD, in a medical text written by Hua Tuo. It was popularized as a recreational drink during the Chinese Tang dynasty, and tea drinking spread to other East Asian countries. Portuguese priests and merchants introduced it to Europe during the 16th century. During the 17th century, drinking tea became fashionable among the English, who started to plant tea on a large scale in India. The term herbal tea refers to drinks not made from Camellia sinensis, infusions of fruit, leaves, or other plant parts, such as steeps of rosehip, chamomile, or rooibos. These may be called tisanes or herbal infusions to prevent confusion with tea made from the tea plant. Etymology. Main article, Etymology.
I'm curious because when we're talking about like 16th century, 17th century Europe, like that was when they were kind of very boisterous about, open land owned by brown people and just anyone besides white. Like, I'm just curious, like, did the Portuguese really trade with them? I'm guessing probably. Yeah, no, let's look into the source. Because you always gotta question some of these sources here. The world of caffeine, the science and culture around the world's most populous drug. Ooh, that's something we should get into. Caffeine. Because I'm one of those people where, like, I'm totally convinced that caffeine's like a legitimate problematic drug. Let's see. Caffeine by Benedict Allen, Bonnie K. Bailey, PhD. Okay. The adventurous Portuguese, although they charted new sea routes for trade around the New World, and whose people were first to enjoy the new influx of spices, silks, and other amenities, failed to participate in an early movement of caffeinated commodities to Europe. Oddly, they were soon to play a seminal role in the tea enthusiasm of England. Oh, wait a minute. So, through the agency of Portugal, Infanta Catherine Barganza, her story as the bringer of many exotic luxuries to her somewhat unsophisticated adopted homeland when she became the wife, faced no competition on the sea routes from other European powers. The England dreamed the impossible dream of sailing across the Atlantic. So, but wait a minute. Portuguese trader and Portuguese Jesuits priests who, like Jesuits of every nation, bust maybe themselves from with a fair caffeine. Wrote frequently and favorably of compatriots in Europe about tea. Strangely enough, there is no record of their sending tea shipments from east from enjoyment of countrymen. In 1556, Father Missionary became the first preach Catholicism in China. When he returned home, he wrote the published mention of tea in Portuguese, a drink called chai, which is somewhat bitter, red, and medicinal. So there might, I'm very much guessing on assumption on my end, but there might be some appropriation there. Traders might have come through, but I wouldn't be surprised if maybe. Drinking tea became fashionable among English.
The etymology of the various words for tea reflects the history of transmission of tea drinking culture and trade from China to countries around the world. Nearly all of the words for tea worldwide fall into three broad groups: te, cha and chai, present in English as tea, cha or cha, and chai. The earliest of the three to enter English is cha, which came in the 1590s via the Portuguese, who traded in Macau and picked up the Cantonese pronunciation of the word. The more common tea form arrived in the 17th century via the Dutch, who acquired it either indirectly from the Malay te, or directly from the te pronunciation in Min Chinese. The third form chai, meaning spiced tea, originated from a northern Chinese pronunciation of cha, which traveled overland to Central Asia and Persia, where it picked up a Persian ending yi, and entered English via Hindi in the 20th century. Origin and history. Further information, history of tea and history of tea.
I'm surprised, like, okay, that's a real big thing there. Like, I'm surprised that, like, I'm seeing a lot of, like, maybe we're just on a roll with this just because after coming off the waffle, but I feel like the Dutch have just been naming a bunch of shit. Like, of course, like you know, you have Latin origins, but like, I feel like at least the Dutch have been on a roll. I guess on renaming things, so the proper wording for tea is cha. Cha, dude. Tea, dude. Cha. Oh, so bros were they just wanted tea. Gotcha. Fuck.
Origin and history. Further information, history of tea and history of tea in China. Botanical origin. Tea plants are native to East Asia and probably originated in the borderlands of southwestern China and North Burma. Chinese, small leaf, type tea, c. Sinensis var. Sinensis may have originated in southern China, possibly with hybridization of unknown wild tea relatives. However, since there are no known wild populations of this tea, its origin is speculative. Given their genetic differences forming distinct clades, Chinese Assam type tea, c. Sinensis var. Assamica, may have two different parentages, one being found in southern Yunnan, Sichuangbana, Pua City, and the other in western Yunnan, Linsang, Baochan. Many types of southern Yunnan Assam tea have been hybridized with a closely related species Camellia thaliensis. Unlike southern Yunnan Assam tea, western Yunnan Assam tea shares many genetic similarities with Indian Assam type tea, also see Sinensis var. Assamica. Thus, western Yunnan Assam tea and Indian Assam tea both may have originated from the same parent plant in the area where southwestern China, Indo-Burma, and Tibet meet. However, as the Indian Assam tea shares no haplotypes with western Yunnan Assam tea, Indian Assam tea is likely to have originated from an independent domestication. Some Indian Assam tea appears to have hybridized with a species Camellia pubicosta. Assuming a generation of 12 years, Chinese small leaf tea is estimated to have diverged from Assam tea around 22,000 years ago, while Chinese Assam tea and Indian Assam tea diverged 2,800 years ago. The divergence of Chinese small leaf tea and Assam tea would correspond to the last place in the maximum early tea drinking.
What's up? Just found out that tea is over 20,000 years old, at least the tea leaf. Holy shit. Which granted, I mean, fuck, like, just like all the like things that people wanted to try to do with tea and stuff are like, I bet like the concept of just boiling something that just originated. So people are just like, what happens if we throw this herb into that? Gotta drink something. Exactly. I mean, if you're drinking water, for so many amount of days, or it probably wasn't even water. I wonder if it was like hotlands or something like that, where like for some reason, like maybe they were cleaning something and they realized that like this plant or something was making this water. I'm so curious on just like how people thought of just like, oh, this shit, that's the shit I want.
Chinese legends attribute the invention of tea, early tea drinking. Tea drinking may have begun in the region of Yunnan, where it was used for medicinal purposes. It is also believed that in Sichuan, people began to boil tea leaves for consumption into a concentrated liquid without the addition of other leaves or herbs, thereby using tea as a bitter yet stimulating drink, rather than as a medicinal concoction. Chinese legends attribute the invention of tea to the mythical Shenang, in central and northern China, in 2737 BC, although evidence suggests that tea drinking may have been introduced from the southwest of China, Sichuan Yunnan area. The earliest written records of tea come from China. The word tu appears in the Shujing and other ancient texts to signify a kind of bitter vegetable, and it is possible that it referred to many different plants such as sow thistle, chicory, or smartweed, as well as tea. In the Chronicles of
Oh, fuck, dude. Some fucking smartweed, dude. What's smartweed? A polygonum is a genus. About 130 species of flowering plant in the buckwheat and knotweed family. Fuck, dude. Common names include knotweed. It's knotweed and knotgrass, dude. Although the common names may refer to more broadly the plants. But Zoom class is almost done. Hey, keep learning. You know what's up. Hey, you're doing what we're doing here. We're learning, baby. Go ahead. Go do your learning. But, you know, keep me on, of course, you know. Keep me on. Fucking tea. Fucking tea, dude.
In the Chronicles of Haoyang, it was recorded that the Ba people in Sichuan presented tea to the Zhou king. The Qin later conquered the state of Ba and its neighbor Shu, and according to the 17th century scholar Gu Yanwu, who wrote in Ri Jilu, it was after the Qin had taken Shu that they learned how to drink tea. Another possible early reference to tea is found in a letter written by the Qin dynasty general Lu Kun, who requested that some real tea to be sent to him. The earliest known physical evidence of tea was discovered in 2016 in the mausoleum of Emperor Jing of Han in Xi'an, indicating that tea from the genus Camellia was drunk by Han Dynasty emperors as early as the 2nd century BC. The Han Dynasty work, The Contract for Youth, written by Wang Bao in 59 BC, contains the first known reference to boiling tea. Among the tasks listed to be undertaken by the youth, the contract states that he shall boil tea and fill the utensils, and he shall buy tea at Wuyang. The first record of tea cultivation is also dated to this period, during which tea was cultivated on Men Mountain, near Chengdu. Another early credible record of tea drinking dates to the 3rd century AD, in a medical text by Hua Tuo, who stated, "To drink bitter too constantly makes one think better." However, before the mid-8th century Tang dynasty, tea drinking was primarily a southern Chinese practice. Tea was disdained by the northern dynasty's aristocrats, who describe it as a slave's drink, inferior to yogurt.
Inferior to yogurt? Well, duh, yeah. If I'm having... Wait a minute, wait. Oh, God, I'm having a big-ass brain fart right now. Don't... Close your eyes, students. You didn't see this. You didn't see this. You didn't see this. You didn't see this. Lower in rank. What? Yeah, no, of course. Shut up. You didn't see anything. No, of course. Of course, yeah, classic. Yeah, like, I mean, if I were to choose, yeah, I'm choosing yogurt over tea. Any day on the spot. I mean, you wouldn't have to call it a slave drink. I mean, that's a little much. Like, it's like telling somebody, just like, yeah, no, I don't fuck with peanuts, man, because I eat steak. Like, what the fuck? There's no comparison. By the way, yogurt. They may have to be a thing we gotta look into with yogurt.
It became widely popular during the Tang dynasty, when it was spread to Korea, Japan, and Vietnam. The Classic of Tea, a treatise on tea and its preparations, was written by Lu Yu in 762. Developments through the centuries, a variety of techniques for processing tea, and a number of different forms of tea, were developed. During the Tang dynasty, tea was steamed, then pounded and shaped into cake form, while in the Song dynasty, loose leaf tea was developed and became popular. During the Yuan and Ming dynasties, unoxidized tea leaves were first stirred in a hot dry pan, then rolled and air-dried, a process that stops the oxidation process that would have turned the leaves dark, thereby allowing tea to remain green. In the 15th century, oolong tea, in which the leaves are allowed to partially oxidize before being heated in the pan, was developed. Western tastes, however, favored the fully oxidized black tea, and the leaves were allowed to oxidize further. Yellow tea was an accidental discovery in the production of green tea during the Ming dynasty, when apparently careless practices allowed the leaves to turn yellow, which yielded a different flavor.
Dude, like, God, just imagine to be able to like spawn into the earth and just be brand new on the planet, to the point to where you can just be like, bro. Like, what if we mix leaves together? This fucking leaf makes me feel like really energized, right? Okay. Now, bro, what if we let them like sit out for a really long time? I mean, like, don't burn me at the stake, but like, let's be honest, like, that'd be cool, right? Like, dude, just come on, just try this out. Oh, fuck. So, dude, it looks like shitty water. It's like, did you piss in this? Like, no, just drink it. Come on, we drink from the riverbed. Okay, come on, you can drink it. Like, all right, fine. Oh man. Yeah, no, it's a little bitter. Why? Just wait. Like, what are you... Dude, I'm not feeling anything. Oh. My God. I feel energized. Yeah. Something like that. I mean, just imagine how freaked out they were. Get your tea bags right here, Tyler says. Calm down. Calm the fuck down. What do you mean by tea bag? I wonder if that's going to be mentioned in this article. That'll be funny. What about a kombucha? Kombucha. Oh, that's probably later down the line. I never actually had kombucha. I wonder if it's any good. It's probably good.
Worldwide spread. Tea was first introduced to Western priests and merchants.
It's probably going back into the day that, like, what was it? Like, again, like, tea being for medical use. You know what I mean? Like, it's just like, hey, no, fuck the flavor. This is going to make you feel fantastic. Wait a minute. Is it, like, gross, like, how, like, sometimes coconut water is just not good, but then you realize it's good later on? Oh, shit. Sorry, our in-house audience did not like that comment. I never got into coconut water until, like, later on in life. I tasted it, and it was just like, okay, this is decent. This is kind of good. And then, like, no. Well, I mean, like, previously I thought it tasted like watery, just like goop. I did not like that. And then, like, I got into it, and I was just like, oh, I get it. It's like coffee. It's like tea. It's like a lot of the. It's kind of like a lot of the other, like, major drinks, I would say. You know, it's I think it's watery goop still, Tyler. Okay, hey, I don't fault you for it. I do not fault you for it. Yeah. No, there's a lot of, like, I feel like, I wonder, like, what happens to your taste buds, like, later in life, where it's like you really, like, when you get older, it's like when you're a kid, you know, when you're a kid and, you know, you drink beer for the first time, it's like, it tastes like shit. It's awful. It's nasty. All right. And then, but like, and you know, when you drink coffee, it tastes nasty. Tea, nasty. Like, all these mature drinks, everything just tastes nasty. All right. Just give me, dude, pop me my sugary Sunny D. Give me a Capri Sun. Give me those all. remember those fucking barrels? Those plasticky barrels with the foil on top? You would press your fucking finger in, you just chug it. Oh, and they would taste like watery grape, watery peach or something. Yo. Dude, if I drink one of those now, I'd probably shit liquid. Like the stuff that you would have as a kid would just be brutal. Probably hormone related stuff. Yeah, no. Yeah, maybe. That sounds valid. Maybe. Let's see here. Let's see how the tea spread worldwide.
Worldwide spread. Tea was first introduced to Western priests and merchants in China during the 16th century, at which time it was termed cha. The earliest European
Cha.
reference to tea, written as pi, came from Del Navigation I Etymology written by Venetian Giambattista Ramusio in 1545. The first recorded shipment of tea by a European nation was in 1607 when the Dutch East India Company moved a cargo of tea from Macau to Java, then 2 years later. The Dutch bought the first assignment of tea, which was from Hirado in Japan, to be shipped to Europe. Tea became a fashionable drink in The Hague in the Netherlands, and the Dutch introduced the drink to Germany, France, and across the Atlantic to New Amsterdam.
New Amsterdam? New York. Oh, wow. Yeah, no, that's... Tyler, you have it right on the dot. Like, that's... like, back in the day when people were dying in their 40s... just of natural causes, of just straight up diseases because someone coughed, and then you just died the next day. Like, you come up to me and you give me your dirty, like the dirty leaf water, and first of all, I taste it and it does not taste good. Like, what the fuck are you doing? I think coffee was already being introduced during this time, so I guess people realized that it's just like, so yeah, I guess the world was like maturing during that time. And then realizing like, this bitter shit tastes good. And then of course, like the medical wise, back in the day, people were chopping off arms because you got shot. So, stomach ache, cut out your liver, you're good. Go off of it, kid. Oof, coffee, you speak my language, hey. Let me finish this off real quick. Hey, check out our last episode. We were watching a bunch of coffee stuff. Actually, we just released a reaction to old coffee commercials with Folgers. Holy shit! Let's just say it was a part of their time. Let's get over to it in Russia.
In 1567, Russian people came in contact with tea when the Cossack atamans Petrov and Yaloshev visited China.
The only reason why I know the Cossacks is because I watched that Seth Rogen movie, Pickle Man. I think it was called Pickle Man. But yeah, the Cossacks. They killed a lot of Jewish people.
The Mongolian Khan donated to Tsar Michael I 4 poods, 70 kilograms, of tea in 1638. According to Jeremiah Kurtin, it was possibly in 1636 that Vasily Starkov was sent as envoy to the Altin Khan.
Oh, Cossacks are a unit in Civ 6? Oh, shit. Cool.
As a gift to the Tsar, he was given 250 pounds of tea. Starkov at first refused, seeing no use for a load of dead leaves. But the Khan insisted. Thus was tea introduced to Russia. In 1679, Russia concluded a treaty on regular tea supplies from China via camel caravan in exchange for furs. It is today considered the de facto national beverage. The first recorded tea in English came from a letter written by Richard Wickham, who ran an East India Company office in Japan, writing to a merchant in Macau requesting the best sort of cho in 1615.
Bro, no, like that's Tyler, you got it right on the dot. Like, what the fuck is this? You come to Russia, and then you just no. Like, let me talk. He gives leaf from back of yard. What, you give me a dead leaf? What you pull up a rake and you couldn't give me? No, sir, please. No, bro, you gotta put it in water, dude. You gotta put the leaf in water, dude. Just like what? Oh, now I have wet dead leaf. I'm going to kill this man. I'm literally about to start the war. And then he had it. Then he drank it. He was just like, holy shit. Oh my God. That's what happened. Yeah, exactly. It's when they first drank vodka.
The first record of tea in English came from a letter written by Richard Wickham, who ran an East India Company office in Japan, writing to a merchant in Macau requesting the best sort of cho in 1615. Peter Mundy, a traveller and merchant who came across tea in Fujian in 1637, wrote, "Cha, only water with a kind of herb boiled in it." Tea was sold in a coffee house in London in 1657, Samuel Pepys tasted tea in 1660, and Catherine of Braganza took the tea-drinking habit to the English court when she married Charles II in 1662. Tea, however, was not widely consumed in the British Isles until the 18th century and remained expensive until the latter part of that period. English drinkers preferred to add sugar and milk to black tea, and black tea overtook green tea in popularity in the 1720s. Tea smuggling during the 18th century led to the general public being able to afford and consume tea. The British government removed the tax on tea, thereby eliminating the smuggling trade. The British government removed the tax on
By 1785. Sorry. Tea smuggling? Get out of here.
tea smuggling during the 18th century led to
You're telling me that there was like what, like a whole organization just ready to like die for some tea? Like there was an underground trade or something like that? Oh, what? There's nothing on the Wikipedia? Teaspoon, nothing. Tea smuggling was thriving enterprise. Steep taxes and tea made and unaffordable to ordinary farm factory workers who craved a cup. Much of aristocrat did. A number of smuggling networks offered them a steady and cheap supply of tea. Holy shit. Wait, you had the Boston Tea Party. Smuggling in British tea. Was it 1885? Bro, let's exit out some of the stuff here. Smuggling in the British tea trade before. Smugglers have a secure place in the adventure stories and difficulties in which East India Company found itself in 17th century parts. Oh, fuck, can't highlight this. Okay. The article, so far as the revolution is concerned, can explain how much of those troubles arose. It may also help bring smuggling down from the heady realms of romance to the workday business. Hold up, I am reading this shit all wrong. This article, so far as the revolution is concerned, can explain how some of these troubles arose. It may also help bring smuggling down from the... Oh, wait. In describing the British tea trade before 1885, historians have recognized the importance of fluctuation in quantity smuggled into the country. But they have not succeeded in establishing a definitive set of figures. The two most recent elaborate calculations, while agreeing on the importance of smuggling, have arrived at a substantially different result, even for the years immediately preceding 1784. Using similar figures, assumptions, one estimates the quantity smuggled about 7.5 million pounds a year, and others between 4 million to 6 million pounds. The purpose here is not to add a third set of calculations, but describe the organization of trade. So, oh man, I kind of want to like see like what, like I want tea now. Go ahead, yeah, get some motherfucking tea. Hold up, since its introduction in the Western world, and now It's perhaps growing. During the time taxation, smuggling, and adulteration of tea became a significant factor. Tea, tropical luxury. Hugely popular drink, but I actually never liked it. Is it good? Like what? Oh, just tea in general, or what? Chamomile and green and Earl Grey stuff is nasty to me, but am I just missing it? It's good. It is good. I think if you like the bitterness of coffee, I think you would like Earl Grey. Earl Grey is I think is a relaxer. I think Earl Grey is one of your like chill teas, right? And then like if you want the caffeinated one, you get like an Irish breakfast and stuff. And like if you like, honestly, I would look into other cultures on just like how certain parts, if like what would be, you know what? Let's figure this out. Perfect. Let's see. I'll have to try again. Hold on. Let's figure something out here. Teas to try for first timers. Let's see. Okay, here we go. Only tea I like is Long Island Zing. Nice. I like that. That's good. But hey, three best teas for beginners. Let's see what this article says for you. Let's figure this out. Because that's what we do around here. We learn. Let's see. Brian, let's help out our friend here and figure out what
Three best teas for beginners. Tea, how simple word this is. What's hiding behind this simple word is anything but simple. Dozens of tea-producing countries, 6 tea types, thousands of subtypes, hundreds of varieties and leaf
It's all
shapes.
good.
Every big tea lover was once a tea beginner, and had to explore dozens of types before finding the right one. We made a list of best green, oolong, black and herbal teas to get you started. Best tea for new tea drinkers. Although every tea drinker has its own preferences, there are some teas that may get you hooked on tea drinking and exploring tea. For whatever your reasons might be, health benefits, unique flavors or just leading a more joyful life with tea, finding the right type of tea is never easy. On the bright side, tasting tea is one of the most fun things to do. The best tea for a new tea drinker
gotta
should
help
have some
our
of the
boy to
following
relapse
qualities. It
his
should
tea addiction.
be easy to brew, give you an opportunity to fall in love with tea, amaze you with either scent, flavor, color or appearance, or all of them, give you a chance to experience unique characteristics of tea, learn
Yes.
what are the best real and herbal teas to try if you are a tea beginner. Best tasting green tea for beginners. 1. Japanese sencha. Being one of the most popular types of green tea in the world, sencha is not only unavoidable, accounting for more than 70% of Japan's total tea producing, it's a definite must if you want to understand tea better. It's refreshing, easy to brew and deliciously vegetal. Japanese sencha is one of those teas that can convert a non-tea drinker into a passionate tea lover. Japanese and Chinese sencha are two different types, but both can offer a good introduction into the world of green tea.
We're gonna try to. We need to help this article. All right. We need to switch this student into practically just like a tea whore. That's what I'm looking for. Okay.
2. Dragon Well Green Tea. Trying a real pure Chinese green tea will help you understand the difference between steamed and pan-fried green teas. The best one may be Dragon Well. This tea is one of the top 10 most famous Chinese teas for a reason. Unlike sencha, it has a more delicate, lighter and a nuttier flavor, sometimes as light as you would expect from white teas. This tea can be brewed in a tall glass, and drank without straining. 3. Jasmine Green Tea. Jasmine Green Tea has one of the most soothing tea flavors among green tea. It's a great choice for beginners because it's somewhere in between pure green tea and flavored blends, but without the strong and possibly bitter notes of both types. Flavored green tea. Flavored green tea is probably the best type if you want to incorporate green tea into your lifestyle in an easy and fun way.
I know there's
Every
some
type,
blueberry-like
regardless of
type stuff if you want to get into
ingredients,
like the
will taste
heavy
amazing
into
when
the
cold
flavors.
brewed. Try cold brewing any type of flavored sencha, such as sencha blossom or lemon mint sencha. Best tasting black tea for beginners. 1. Masala Chai Tea. There is nothing more soothing than a warming cup of spicy milk tea
Sencha.
in the cold afternoons. It's impossible to understand the Indian tea culture without trying masala chai. What to expect? Think about that warming
I haven't
and
tried masala
satisfying
chai,
feeling of
so some of
drinking a
this
hot
stuff's going to be
cocoa
new to
drink.
me.
Amazingly, a blend of real tea and spices can give that same feeling. Try decaf chocolate chai or simple chai tea, blended with tiny CTC leaves. 2. Earl Grey. Earl Grey is a blend of different black
Oh, I
teas
love
scented
Earl
with
Grey.
bergamot oil. What makes it special is light citrusy flavor that goes well with milk. It's one of the most popular tea blends in the world, and without a doubt, a tea every tea drinker should try at least once in life.
I was about to say, like, that's something that also like gets you into tea. Like, that's what got me into coffee, like drinking black coffee, and like actually recognizing the flavor is the what was it? Just adding milk, adding sugars and flavors, and then slowly, you know, getting yourself out of. You need to gateway yourself into it. Getting sancha, masala chai, blender, yeah. There's mint ones. What was it? For mornings I usually have Irish breakfast. You know what? That's what I'm going to start doing. I need to switch back to tea. I think that's what I'm doing. I have like a little bit of this bag left, so I might just finish that off in the morning tomorrow, and then we're doing tea, baby. We're going right to tea. Let's finish off this article here.
3. Lapsang Souchong. When you first try Lapsang Souchong, you will be wowed by the world of real tea.
Wow.
Although Lapsang Souchong can be either smoked or unsmoked, the smoked type is what attracts even those who don't necessarily love black tea. This tea has a very unusual flavor that might not appeal to everyone, but it will give you a great foundation for exploring the world of black tea further. Flavored black tea. Black flavored tea is always a good choice as you are still not accustomed to the flavor of pure tea. If you like sweet nuggety and marshmallow flavors, black caramel or summer nights are a true delight. Light fruity flavors work well with some black tea leaves too. For example, blueberry and prickly pear. Best tasting oolong tea for beginners. 1. White tipped oolong. A champagne tea among oolong teas.
Nuggety. Did it say that? It's nougaty. Nougaty. Not nuggety. No.
If you like sweet nuggety and
Oh, no, it said nuggety. What? What is that? What kind of flavoring is that? Explain yourself. Disobedient not naughty. I'm looking at what the fuck? Oh, nougat. Oh yeah, so it is. So it's that it's the white shit in the bar. It's that white shit you put in your mouth. You know what I'm talking about, right? Yeah, that sweet salty treat. Black caramel and summer nights. Okay,
Best
let's finish it off with the best
tea for
oolong.
beginners. 1. White tipped oolong. A champagne tea among
White
oolong
tipped.
teas. White tipped oolong or oriental beauty comes from Taiwan and has a unique, delicate, a muscatel and honey-like note. This tea owes its special aroma to bug-bitten leaves.
Love
and
honey.
it's only one of a very few bugs-bitten teas in the world. 2. Tea Kuan Yin. There is no better
Tea Kuan
introduction
Yin.
into the world of ball-shaped oolong teas than Tea Kuan Yin. This tea comes with a dozen of different flavor notes. The best one may be the modern green type that shares much more with green than black tea. This tea has a light floral notes and is very easy to brew. You can use a simple mug, a proper Western-style teapot or Chinese guy. 1. 3. Red Robe. Red Robe is a true delight for those who prefer stronger, more oxidized and heavily roasted oolong teas and would rather choose black tea over green tea. This full-bodied oolong can have both fruity and floral notes, a hint of molasses and mineral notes. Best tasting herbal tea for beginners. 1. Mint. You haven't tried the real mint tea
Mint.
unless you tried it in a loose leaf tea style.
Of
Refreshing,
mint.
invigorating and delicious, this tea is a great choice for almost any occasion. Mint
Yep.
teas usually include a mix of peppermint and spearmint, and both of them are great on their own too. A big plus is that mint, both spearmint and peppermint, are rare herbal teas you can actually grow indoors on your own. 2. Chamomile. Chamomile is one of the most popular traditional herbal tea in the world. It's lightly sweet, delicious, soothing and caffeine-free, and may even help with a good night's sleep. Our favorite blends:
that's
chamomile,
cool.
lavender and honey ginger chamomile. 3. Rooibos. Rooibos, a true wonder among herbal teas, is one of rare teas that can compete with green tea. It's full of antioxidants, caffeine-free, very easy to brew and has no bitterness at all. There are two types of rooibos tea, red and green. Red is the most common one, with a stronger, slightly earthy and sweet flavor, and green with very light, a bit sweet and refreshing green flavor. You can brew both of them with hot water for even over 10 minutes, and they won't become bitter at all.
Well, there you go. All right. Hey, Tyler, you got your list? Huh? There you go. You got yourself a nice list. I learned some stuff about tea. I'm gonna have to favorite this for a bit and actually see what teas I need to look into. So I have a shit ton of Irish breakfast. Like I bought that shit in bulk and like never touched it. I need to get back into that. We tried to figure out tea smuggling and it didn't work out. All right. Let's go ahead. All right, let's fucking get back to it, mate. Tea smuggling.
Tea smuggling during the 18th century led to the general
That's fucking hilarious. Tea smuggling. Yeah, what you got? You got about 2 kilos of chai, mate. What you about selling it for, huh? About 2,000 pence. Right. Oh shit. I just noticed that. Bro, that looks like bricks of cocaine. What the hell is that? Yeah, this is all shipment, mate. We sell this shit by the fucking brick. Yeah, that's chai. That's the good shit there. Look, if you didn't tell me, this would immediately, like, this is immediately looks like just like a like a drug pen. Holy shit! Look at that. Like you just throw down some white powder. They even got the weighing. They even got the weighing bit here. See, it's not even white powder anymore. It's that black powder. Look at that. Look at that, mate. Yeah, fucking chopping this shit up. Keeping it nice and fine here. You bag them up. It's so weird to think that, like, I mean, like, caffeine's a drug. So, I mean, like, let's be honest. Like, this is like, you're not... You just need a couple naked people, like, cutting up some of the leaves and shit, and then like you got yourself a drug pen there. That's funny. I didn't even see that photo. That's hilarious. Okay. Let's get back to it.
In Britain and Ireland, tea was initially consumed as a luxury item on special occasions, such as religious festivals, wakes, and domestic work gatherings. The price of tea in Europe fell steadily during the 19th century, especially after Indian tea began to arrive in large quantities. By the late 19th century, tea had become an everyday beverage for all levels of society. The popularity of tea played a role in historical events. The Tea Act of 1773 provoked the Boston Tea Party that escalated into the American Revolution. The need to address the issue of British trade deficit because of the trade in tea resulted in the Opium Wars.
The need to address the issue of trade. The Opium Wars. Were two wars waged between the Qing dynasty and the Western powers mid-19th century. Oh. You never hear about that war. That'd be kind of cool to look into. Opium Wars. I swear, like these spices have been like really ingrained. I think like what was it? There was something about. Oh, what was it? We learned about coffee starting wars. Now we got. I mean, shit. The Boston Tea Party. It's crazy
The
shit.
Qing and Shi Emperor had banned foreign products from being sold in China, decreeing in 1685 that all goods bought from China must be paid for in silver coin or bullion. Traders from other nations then sought to find another product, in this case opium, to sell to China to earn back the silver they were required to pay for tea and other commodities. The subsequent attempts by the Chinese government to curtail the trade in opium led to war. Chinese small leaf type tea was introduced into India in 1836 by the British in an attempt to break the Chinese monopoly on tea. In 1841, Archibald Campbell brought seeds of Chinese tea from the Kumon region and experimented with planting tea and Darjeeling. The Alubari Tea Garden was opened in 1856, and Darjeeling tea began to be produced. In 1848, Robert Fortune was sent by the Honourable East India Company on a mission to China to bring the tea plant back to Great Britain. He began his journey in high secrecy as his mission occurred in the lull between the First Opium War and the Second Opium War. The Chinese tea plants he brought back were introduced to the Himalayas, though most did not survive. The British had discovered that a different variety of tea was endemic to Assam and the northeast region of India, which was then hybridized with Chinese small leaf type tea. Using Chinese planting and cultivation techniques, the British colonial government established a tea industry by offering land in Assam to any European who agreed to cultivate it for export. Tea was originally consumed only by Anglo-Indians, however, it became widely popular in India in the 1950s because of a successful advertising campaign by the India Tea Board. The British introduced tea industry to Sri Lanka, then Ceylon, in 1867.
So, wait. I want to go back to that part. What? Let's see. Chinese small leaf type was introduced in India in 1836 by the British in an attempt to break the Chinese monopoly on tea. Okay. In 1841, Archibald Campbell brought seeds of Chinese tea from Kumon region and experimented with planting tea in Darjeeling. The Alubari Tea Garden was opened in 1856, and Darjeeling tea began to be produced. In 1848, was it by the Honorable East Indian Company on a mission to China to bring the tea plant back to Great Britain. He began his journey in high sea. Holy shit. Yo, like fuckers were ready to go down for the leaf. Holy damn. Holy shit. I didn't know that. My dude went on a secret fucking mission to go into the land of China. Just holy. British love their tea. And I kind of want to get into the need that tea. Yeah. First Opium War. It's a series of military engagements fought between British and Qing Empire. The immediate issue was Chinese official seizure of opium stocks at Canton to stop the banned opium trade and threaten the death penalty for future offenders. The Second China War, the Arrow War, or the Anglo-French expedition to China, was a war pitting the British Empire and French Empire against the Qing dynasty of China that lasted from 1856 to 1860. It was the second major war in the Opium Wars, fought over the issues related to the exportation of opium to China, and resulted in a second defeat for the Qing dynasty. Damn. Oh, wait, so they were sending that drug into China? Official seizures of opium stocks. Fuck. So the British, I'm guessing, I'm totally paraphrasing here, but like, so I guess the British were trying to send opium, like we're trying to trade opium in, and the Qing dynasty was like, no, we don't want any part of that, right? Sorry, here, let me switch it over so y'all can see this. Right? I'm reading that correct, right? Let's see here. Gotta go a little bit down farther. Shit, did I fuck it up? Hold on. Damn it, I lost it. Okay, here we go. Yeah, fought between the Queen and Great Britain was triggered by the dynasty's campaign against the British merchants who sold opium in China. So yeah, holy shit. So British drug dealers came in to China, tried to sell in opium, and China was just like, nah, dude, get the fuck out of here. Holy shit. All right. Yeah, we're definitely, I kind of want to, I'm saving that for a topic. The first and second Opium Wars. I really want to get into that. All right. All right, students, it's about an hour in. I need to use a bathroom break. I'll be right back, and then we're going to finish off this article and we're going to start diving back into this. We still got a lot to dive into, so don't worry. I'll be right back, BRB. I will see you all in just a jiffy. Uh-huh. Talking about the tea. Not talking about titties, we're talking about tea. Tea, motherfucker. Woo, yeah. I'm going to be gone next week, and I'm going to be, I swear, oh my gosh, I am definitely getting new headphones. I have to do it for my body. I can't take it anymore. All right, let's get into it. Cultivation and harvest.
Cultivation and harvesting. Camellia sinensis is an evergreen plant that grows mainly in tropical and subtropical climates. Some varieties can also tolerate marine climates and are cultivated as far north as Cornwall in England, Perthshire in Scotland, Washington in the United States, and Vancouver Island in Canada.
Wow.
In the southern hemisphere, tea is grown as far south as Hobart in Tasmania and Waikato in New Zealand. Tea plants
Damn.
are propagated from seed and cuttings. About 4 to 12 years are needed for a plant to bear seed and about 3 years before a new plant is ready for harvesting. In addition to a zonate climate or warmer, tea plants require at least 127 centimeters, 50 in, of rainfall per year and prefer acidic soils. Many high-quality tea plants are cultivated at elevations of up to 1,500 meters, 4,900 feet, above sea
Holy
level.
shit,
Though at
you
these
can-
heights the plants grow more slowly, they acquire a better flavor. Two principal varieties are used, Camellia sinensis
Okay.
var. Sinensis, which is used for most Chinese, Formosan and Japanese teas, and C. sinensis var. Assamica, used in pu'er and most Indian teas, but not Darjeeling. Within these botanical varieties, many strains and modern clonal varieties are known. Leaf size is the chief criterion for the classification of tea plants, with three primary classifications being, Assam type, characterized by the largest leaves, China type, characterized by the smallest leaves, and Cambodian type, characterized by leaves of intermediate size. The Cambodian type tea
It's kind of interesting how they determine that size there. Assam tea is black tea named after the Assam in production in Assam, India. Okay. I was because they kept talking about Assam, and like I was trying to figure out like where the fuck is Assam. But now we know. Good stuff. Good show.
The Cambodian type tea, C. Assamica subsp. Lazy Okale, was originally considered a type of Assam tea. However, later genetic work showed that it is a hybrid between Chinese small leaf tea and Assam type tea. Darjeeling tea also appears to be a hybrid between Chinese small leaf tea and Assam type large leaf tea. A tea plant will grow into a tree of up to 16 meters, 52 feet, if left undisturbed, but cultivated plants are generally
Damn.
pruned to waist height for ease of plucking. Also, the short plants bear more new shoots which provide new and tender leaves and increase the quality of the tea. Only the top 5 centimeters, 2 in, of the mature plant are picked. These buds and leaves are called flushes. A plant will grow a new flush every 7 to 15 days during the growing season. Leaves that are slow in development tend to produce better flavored teas. Several teas are available from specified flushes. For example, Darjeeling tea is available as first flush, at a premium price, second flush, monsoon and autumn. Assam second flush or tippy tea is considered superior to first flush, because of the gold tips that appear on the leaves. Pests that can afflict tea plants include mosquito bugs, genus Helopeltis, which are true bugs and not to be confused with dipterous insects of family Chilicidae. Mosquitoes. Mosquito bugs can damage leaves both by sucking plant materials, and by the laying of eggs, oviposition, within the plant. Spraying with synthetic insecticides may be deemed appropriate. Other pests are Lepidoptera and leaf feeders and various tea diseases. Chemical composition. See also, phenolic content in tea and health effects of tea. Physically speaking, tea has properties of both a solution and a suspension. It is a solution of all the water-soluble compounds that have been extracted from the tea leaves, such as the polyphenols and amino acids, but is a suspension when all of the insoluble components are considered, such as the cellulose in the tea leaves. Caffeine constitutes about 3% of tea's dry weight.
Constitutes 3% of the dry weight translating.
Caffeine constitutes about 3% of tea's dry weight, translating to between 30 and 90 milligrams per 250 milliliter, 8 plus 12 US fluid ounces, cup depending on the type, brand, and brewing method. A study found that the caffeine content of 1 gram of black tea ranged from 22-28 milligrams, while the caffeine content of 1 gram of green tea ranged from 11-20 milligrams, reflecting a significant difference. Tea also
why I like the
contains
black
small
tea.
amounts of theobromine and theophylline, which are stimulants, and xanthines similar to caffeine. Black and green teas contain no essential nutrients in significant amounts, with the exception of the dietary mineral manganese, at half a milligram per cup or 26% of the reference daily intake, RDI. Fluoride is sometimes present in tea. Certain types of brick tea, made from old leaves and stems, have the highest levels, enough to pose a health risk if much tea is drunk. which has
Oh,
been
shit.
attributed to high levels of fluoride in soils, acidic soils, and long brewing. The astringency in tea can be attributed to the presence of polyphenols. These are the most abundant compounds in tea leaves, making up 30–40% of their composition. Polyphenols include flavonoids, epigallocatechin-gallate, EGCG, and other catechins. Although there has been preliminary clinical research on whether green or black teas may protect against various human diseases, there is no evidence that tea polyphenols have any effect on health or lowering disease risk.
That's interesting. It's because just like when we read about cultivation, production, economic packaging, storage, gallery. See, that's interesting because there's no discernible, like, I guess, additional processing. Like, when you talk about the chemical compound of like tea, there's no specifics on like, I guess, like the research of like health effects to it. I guess, well, I mean, health effects of tea. Oh, shit.
See also phenolic content in tea and health effects of tea From Wikipedia, the free encyclopedia. Although
Okay.
health benefits have been assumed throughout the history of using Camellia sinensis as a common beverage, there is no high-quality evidence that tea confers significant benefits. In clinical research over the early 21st century, tea has been studied extensively for its potential to lower the risk of human diseases, but none of this research is conclusive as of 2017. In regions without access to safe drinking water, boiling water to make tea is effective for reducing waterborne diseases by destroying pathogenic microorganisms by constituents or substances. Aluminium, iron and other metals. Further information, aluminium health concerns. Tea drinking accounts for a high proportion of aluminium in the human diet. The levels are safe, but there has been some concern that aluminium traces may be associated with Alzheimer's disease. A 2013 study additionally indicated that some teas contained lead, mostly Chinese, and aluminium, Indian Sri Lanka blends, China. There is still insufficient evidence to draw firm conclusions on this subject. Most studies have found no association between tea intake and iron absorption. However, drinking excessive amounts of black tea may inhibit the absorption of iron, and may harm people with anemia. Concerns have been raised about the traditional method of overboiling tea to produce a decoction, which may increase the amount of environmental contaminants released and consumed. Fluoride exposure. See also, fluoride toxicity. All tea leaves contain fluoride, however, mature leaves contain as much as 10 to 20 times the fluoride levels of young leaves from the same plant. The fluoride content of a tea leaf depends on the leaf picking method used and the fluoride content of the soil from which it has been grown. Tea plants absorb this element at a greater rate than other plants.
Is fluoride like the shit that makes you pass out? One of a known fluorine with chemical formula F minus, whose salt is typically white and colorless. Fluoride salt. Oh no, fluoride. Bitter taste and odorless. That shit in toothpaste. Oh really? Fluoride. Okay. Condition which elevate the levels of fluoride ion in the body. Although fluoride is safe for dental health of low concentration, sustained consumption of large amounts of soluble fluoride salts is dangerous. Okay.
The fluoride content of a tea leaf depends on the leaf picking method used and the fluoride content of the soil from which it has been grown. Tea plants absorb this element at a greater rate than other plants. Care in the choice of the location where the plant is grown may reduce the risk. It is speculated that hand-picked tea would contain less fluoride than machine-harvested tea, because there is a much lower chance of harvesting older leaves during the harvest process. A 2013 British study of 38 teas found that cheaper UK supermarket tea blends had the highest levels of fluoride with about 580 mg per kilogram. Green teas averaged about 397 mg per kilogram and pure blends about 132 mg per kilogram. The researchers suggested that economy teas may use older leaves which contain more fluoride. They calculated a person drinking a liter of economy tea per day would consume about 6 mg of fluoride, above the recommended average dietary intake level of 3–4 mg of fluoride per day, but below the maximum tolerable amount of 10 mg of fluoride per day. Brick tea, made from fallen leaves, old leaves and stems, has the highest levels. One study indicated that green tea leaves have an average fluoride concentration of 52 mg kg, and approximately 89% of the fluoride was released from the leaves into tea after brewing. Oxalates. Tea contains oxalate, overconsumption of which can cause kidney stones, as well as binding with free calcium in the body. The bioavailability of oxalate from tea is low, thus a possible negative effect requires a large intake of tea. Massive black tea consumption has been linked to kidney failure due to its high oxalate content, acute oxalate nephropathy, theanine and caffeine.
So like, what's a high intake of tea? Like, are we talking like, what, 3 cups a day is a high intake of tea? Like, I kind of want to figure that out. Hold up. What constitutes a high... Look at me using big words. A high intake of tea. The symptom is typically associated with large doses of caffeine, typically greater than... typically those greater than 400 to 500 milligrams, approximately 6 to 12 cups. I don't know, bro. Bro, my friend drank sweet tea all the time and it gave him kidney stones. Fuck. I was about to say, like, it's like... The fuck is this music? I think we're good now. Oh, he's about to have a drop. Hold up, students. Let's get ready for this. Oh shit!
But I don't know what you're saying. I don't know what you're saying. Sad expression on your face. I don't know.
Oh my god.
I don't know what you're saying.
Oh my god.
I don't know what you're saying. Sad expression on your face.
I'm possessed. Oh shit.
But I don't know what you're saying.
Fucking. Oh god, it's funny time. Oh shit. Oh fuck. Fuck. Oh my god. No, okay. No way. It's too much. No. We can't. We have to learn. Ooh. What the fuck happened? Let's get... I got hot and bothered there for a second. Okay, yeah, that's right. Right. We were learning about a high intake of a high intake of tea would constitute 6 to 12 cups. Okay. That's valid. Oh my god, like this is about to be some WebMD shit? Black tea consumption showed evidence of providing small reductions in risk of stroke. Oh, cool. You might have kidney stones, but hey, no stroke. It's not bad. Reported that there was very little evidence to support the claim that green tea consumption may reduce the risk of breast and prostate cancer. Cool. By conditions, drinking caffeinated tea may improve mental alertness there. Well, and also it might include, what was it? I guess, wait a minute. There is preliminary evidence that caffeine from long-term tea or coffee consumption provides a small amount of protection against the progression of dementia or Alzheimer's. But also, if you have anxiety, like caffeine can also lead into just huge anxiety attacks. So, you know. Try to figure out what you do there. Tea consumption does not appear to affect the risk of bone fracture, including hip fracture or fractures of humerus in men. Sweet. Although green tea is commonly believed to be a weight loss aid, there is no good evidence that its long-term consumption has any meaningful benefits to helping overweight or obese people lose weight. Or that help. I mean, no, it's calories. I guess it's a filler maybe, but like that's okay, let's get back to what we were learning here. Let's see here. Just want to check if we're all good on the stuff. Looks like we're all good here. Cool. Let's get back to it. Cool. All right. Contain no essential nutrients. Okay, so we kind of covered that. All right, so the tea processing. Let us see what the tea.
From processing and classification. Main article, tea processing. Tea is generally divided into categories based on how it is processed. At least 6 different types are produced. White, wilted and unoxidized. Yellow, unwilted and unoxidized but allowed to yellow. Green, unwilted and unoxidized. Oolong, wilted, bruised, and partially oxidized. Black, wilted, sometimes crushed, and fully oxidized, called Hongcha, red tea in Chinese and other East Asian tea culture. Post-fermented, dark, green tea that has been allowed to ferment compost, called purif from the Yunnan district of southwestern China, or Haika, black tea in Chinese tea culture. After picking, the leaves of C. sinensis soon begin to wilt and oxidize unless immediately dried. An enzymatic oxidation process triggered by the plant's intracellular enzymes causes the leaves to turn progressively darker as their chlorophyll breaks down and tannins are released. This darkening is stopped at a predetermined stage by heating, which deactivates the enzymes responsible. In the production of black teas, halting by heating is carried out simultaneously with drying. Without careful moisture and temperature control during manufacture and packaging, growth of undesired molds and bacteria may make tea unfit for consumption.
We're definitely going to be looking to a video of like, I want to almost try to find like a how it's made on tea, because like, of course, like, you know, the visualization, like the reading of it all sounds, it's interesting, but it's also like, you know, fuck, it's heavy as hell. Common process method of tea leaves. Ooh, pictures. Fresh tea leaves, sunned, wait. Okay, hold up. So what do we got here? For all you picture level lovers out there, this is how. So it's fresh tea leaves, sun. So it goes. Stop that. Fresh tea leaf, and then basically. So okay, you're like playing a video game, and this is your tree list. This is like your hierarchy. Okay, so are you going defensive or are you going aggressive? So let's see here. Okay, so let's see. Sun wilted, indoor wilted. So that's a full circle there. Goes in either. Okay, and then you go to this 3-tier list, which goes into tossed in a basket, baking, light crushed. Oh, so this is the hard. This is the hard shit. You know, you hit the tutorial stage, like maybe a little bit longer, but you have to learn some like you have to hit a second tutorial to like even hit like medium range, which is wild. But if you go through that tutorial shit and then you hit that steaming and panning right there, then you open up a new tier list with sweltering, rolling then to drying. That's how you kind of get mid-tier yellow tea. Then, or you can still stay with the easy route, easy gameplay, rolling, farming, and drying and stuff. This is maybe like PV, and this is like PvP tea from white, oolong, and black. And then here is like, you know, your mind, like what was your more of gathering and stuff like that. This is like RP server, maybe natural aging, wet piling. Yeah, this is like all RP. It's either RP or PvP type gathering type shit here. But no matter what, either way, you're gonna be drying. And like maybe that's like the one time like all the meetings starts happening. You're just like, oh fuck, dude, what's up, bro? Everybody hangs out that one time. A lot of rollers here, a lot of roll here's light rolling on the white tea. Baking, panning, cool. That's dope. Yeah, you're like immediately as soon as you're done with like the tutorial stages here, you immediately get your ass kicked. All right, you get that bruising going. You just get the shit kicked out of you. Oxidation, you know, they suffocate you maybe. Fixating, you get fixed, maybe. Yellowing, I guess you're pissing yourself, maybe. Shaping, shape of you, Ed Sheeran, gotta go into that. And stuff, and you're molding yourself into whatever you want to try to become. You're going into the deeper tier of your list. Excuse me. Right? And then, everybody's got to dry. You hit your completion over to it. And then, you start RPing, or, this may be like a specific, like you specify into combat. I think maybe. Cool. Cool. Post-fermented tea. Wet piling, natural aging. Post-fermented. Did we see anything on post-fermented? I don't think we saw anything. Okay, yeah, let's see. Wait, do we finish this? Oxidation. An enzyme oxidation process triggers the plant. Okay. This darkening is stopped. Fermented staging by heating, deactivating the enzymes without careful moisture temperature. Okay.
Additional processing and additives. Further information, tea blending and additives. After basic processing, teas may be altered through additional processing steps before being sold, and is often consumed with additions to the basic tea leaf and water added during preparation or drinking. Examples of additional processing steps that occur before tea is sold are blending, flavoring, scenting, and decaffeination of teas. Examples of additions added at the point of consumption include milk, sugar, and lemon. Tea blending is the combination of different teas together to achieve the final product. Such teas may combine others from the same cultivation area or several different ones. The aim is to obtain consistency, better taste, higher price, or some combination of the three. Flavored and scented teas add aromas and flavors to the base tea. This can be accomplished through directly adding flavoring agents, such as ginger, cloves, mint leaves, cardamom, bergamot, found in Earl Grey, vanilla, and spearmint. Alternatively, because tea easily retains odors, it can be placed in proximity to an aromatic ingredient to absorb its aroma, as in traditional jasmine tea. The addition of
the iOS hack? No, I haven't. Right? I haven't heard. What was it like? Talking about like the apple thing, right?
The addition of milk to tea in Europe was first mentioned in 1680 by the epistolist Madame de Sévigné. Many teas are traditionally drunk with milk in cultures where dairy products are consumed. These include Indian masala chai and British tea blends. These teas tend to be very hearty varieties of black tea which can be tasted through the milk, such as Assam's, or the East Frisian blend. Milk is thought to neutralize remaining tannins and reduce acidity. The Han Chinese do not usually drink milk with tea, but the Manchus do, and the elite of the Qing dynasty of the Chinese Empire continued to do so. Hong Kong-style milk tea is based on British habits. Tibetans and other Himalayan peoples traditionally drink tea with milk or yak butter and salt. In Eastern European countries, Russia and Italy, tea is commonly served with lemon juice. In Poland, tea is traditionally served with a slice of lemon and is sweetened with either sugar or honey. Tea with milk is called a bawka, Bavarian style, in Polish, and is also widely popular. In Australia, tea with milk is known as white tea. The
Apple 0-day attack with Pegasus software. All devices were vulnerable. Fuck. Damn. And of course, this is like right after they just got done with their lawsuit too, with the App Store.
The order of steps in preparing a cup of tea is a much debated topic and can vary widely between cultures or even individuals. Some say it is preferable to add the milk to the cup before the tea, as the high temperature of freshly brewed tea can denature the proteins found in fresh milk, similar to the change in taste of UHT milk, resulting in an inferior tasting beverage. Others insist it is better to add the milk to the cup after the tea, as black tea is often brewed as close to boiling as possible. The addition of milk chills the beverage during the crucial brewing phase, if brewing in a cup rather than using a pot, meaning the delicate flavor of a good tea cannot be fully appreciated. By adding the milk afterwards, it is easier to dissolve sugar in the tea and also to ensure the desired amount of milk is added, as the color of the tea can be observed. Historically, the order of steps was taken as an indication of class. Only those
Ooh, Tyler, if you're getting into tea, check this out.
Historically, the order of steps was taken as an indication of class. Only those wealthy enough to afford good quality porcelain would be confident of its being able to cope with being exposed to boiling water unadulterated with milk. Higher temperature difference means faster heat transfer, so the early milk is added, the slower the drink cools. A 2007 study published in the European Heart Journal found certain beneficial effects of tea may be lost through the addition of milk.
So basically, the best way to do it is boil the water, add your leaves and tea. Make sure to do that. So boil water, tea bag, boom. Let that sit, let it blend, right? Let that sit for I don't know how many minutes. It didn't really say that. But afterwards, add your milk, add a little bit of milk, and then after that, like, you know, any other additives that you want to add to make it sweeter, sweeter, even more bitter, you can add, like, say you want to add sugar or honey to it. That basically the milk allows it to become more blended, so you're not getting any grit or anything like that. This is like, this shit's an art. This shit's, I mean, I would almost say it's practically cooking. You're brewing, honestly. Like, treat it, like, give it that seriousness so you have that appreciation with it. I think that's one thing that I found out with just cooking in general. You like, honestly, like, it's the same thing where it's just like, wow, this burger tastes amazing because it was free. Like, honestly, I think, like, because you made it and you added the effort into it. Oh yeah. I think that's what made it, like, I think that's what makes that shit good. That's why I like, you know, I like grinding the bean, putting in the French press, and, like, you know, making my own coffee. It tastes better. The process tastes better. What we got? All right, cool. Ooh, let's get into the culture around tea. Yeah, like what? I guess how long is this article? If it's under 10 minutes, we're gonna dive into the actual article. Oh shit! Oh damn, that's a whole thing. Do we want to dive into the tea culture around the world? Formal tea as popular culture. South Africa. Students, how are we feeling it? We don't really have a time limit anymore. So I'm okay with it, but, like, damn. Let's see here. I think, you know what? I think for now, because, like, we still have a lot more to get into. Yeah, and this is already a good amount into it. So you know what? We're gonna chill. And maybe we'll dive into that article some other time. But for right now, let's stick with this. Because I think how many
Tea culture. Main article, tea culture. Drinking tea is often believed to result in calm alertness. 1. It contains L-theanine, theophylline.
I mean, we're kind of extending this pretty far. You know, if we find something specific in here that we want to dive into, we'll dive into that, okay?
Drinking tea is often believed to result in calm alertness.
Let's chillax.
1. It contains L-theanine, theophylline, and bound caffeine, sometimes called theine. Decaffeinated brands are also sold. While herbal teas are also referred to as tea, most of them do not contain leaves from the tea plant. While tea is the second most consumed beverage on earth after water, in many cultures it is also consumed at elevated social events, such as the tea party. Tea ceremonies have arisen in different cultures, such as the Chinese and Japanese traditions, each of which employs certain techniques and ritualized protocol of brewing and serving tea for enjoyment in a refined setting. One form of Chinese tea ceremony is the gongfu tea ceremony, which typically uses small yixing clay teapots and oolong tea. In the United Kingdom, 63% of people drink tea daily. It is customary for a host to offer tea to guests soon after their arrival. Tea is consumed both at home and outside the home, often in cafes or tea rooms. Afternoon tea with cakes on fine porcelain is a cultural stereotype. In southwest England, many cafes serve a cream tea, consisting of scones, clotted cream, and jam alongside a pot of tea. In some parts of Britain and India, tea may also refer to the evening meal. Ireland, as of 2016, was the second biggest per capita consumer of tea in the world. Local blends are the most popular in Ireland, including Irish breakfast tea,
Ireland.
using Rwandan, Kenyan and Assam teas.
We like our fucking tea
The
too.
national average of tea consumption in Ireland is 2.7 kilograms to 4 kilograms per person. Tea in Ireland is usually taken with milk or sugar and brewed longer for a stronger taste. Turkish tea is an important part of that country's cuisine and is the most commonly consumed hot drink. despite the country's long history of coffee consumption. In 2004, Turkey produced 205,500 tons of tea,
Oh my
6.4%
God.
of the world's total tea production, which made it one of the largest tea markets in the world, with 120,000 tons being consumed in Turkey
Gang,
and the rest
gang.
being exported. In 2010, Turkey had the highest per capita consumption in the world at 2.7 kilograms as of 2013. The per capita
Nice.
consumption of Turkish tea exceeds 10 cups per day and 13.8 kilograms per year. Tea is grown mostly in Rize province on the Black Sea coast.
That is how you get your kidney stones that we just talked about, those health effects. Holy shit. Oh my God. Turkish people, you busting out stones every once in a while? With that, or like you getting that fluoride in you? Holy shit, calm it down.
Russia has a long, rich tea history dating to 1638 when tea was introduced as alcohol. Social gatherings were considered incomplete without tea, which was traditionally brewed in a samovar. In Pakistan,
Nice.
both black and green teas are popular and are known locally as Sobs Chai and Kahwa, respectively.
Sobs
The
Chai.
popular green tea called Kahwa is often served after every meal in the Pashtun belt of Balochistan and in Khyber Pakhtunkhwa. In central and southern Punjab and the metropolitan Sindh region of Pakistan, tea with milk and sugar, sometimes with pistachios, cardamom, etc., commonly referred to as chai, is widely consumed.
Like, okay, hold on. I'm gonna
It
look
is the
this.
most common beverage of households in the region. In the northern Pakistani regions of Chitral and Gilgit-Baltistan, a salty, buttered Tibetan-style tea is consumed. India
Oh my God. Like, I just love the culture of snacking that like what the world brings to it. Like the British, just Eastern culture, like all around, like fuck, like the US itself just prides itself on over consuming everything. And it's just like, I want to get back into just having, I would rather have 7 meals a day that are all like real small, just a bit of a snacking, right? Just a little bit of a snacking, grab a biscuit here, a little bit of tea. Fucking second breakfast comes in with a little bit of egg, maybe some yogurt, a little bit of parfait, right? Yeah. Fucking coffee at around lunch. Like, you know, just like bits and pieces. I'm willing to sell my large plates, my big ass plates that I don't really need, and just get small plates, just bit by bit. Get a little bit of cucumber, throw some cream cheese on it, fucking munch on a couple of those, mate. Mike. Oh my God! Like, just I love the concept of tea and the snacks around it. Oh.
Indian tea culture is strong. The drink is the most popular hot beverage in the country. It is consumed daily in almost all houses, offered to guests, consumed in high amounts in domestic and official surroundings, and is made with the addition of milk with or without spices, and usually sweetened. It is sometimes served with biscuits to be dipped in the
Yes.
tea and eaten before consuming the tea. More often than not, it is drunk in doses of small cups, referred to as cutting chai if sold at street tea vendors, rather than one large cup. In Burma, Myanmar, tea is consumed not only as hot drinks, but also as sweet tea and green tea known locally as lafetier and lafetier gen, respectively. Pickled tea leaves, known locally as lahut, are
Pickled.
also a national delicacy. Pickled tea is usually eaten with roasted sesame seeds, crispy fried beans, roasted peanuts and fried garlic chips. In Mali,
Oh my God, that sounds so fucking good. Oh, please tell me that, like, oh my God, I want to see this. Pickled tea? Like pickled tea and snakes. Snakes. Pickled and fermented tea leaves. Oh, that looks so fucking good. Pickled tea leaf salad. Kombucha is fermented tea that has been... Oh, kombucha! Oh, not only does it have the same health benefits as tea, it also is rich in benefits of probiotics. Kombucha also contains antioxidants that can kill harmful bacteria and may help fight several diseases. Fucking check it out, fam. Fuck yeah. Pickled tea is kombucha, dude. It's just fucking kombucha, dude. La Pet. fermented tea leaf salad. Ooh, that looks fucking good. Bokeh. Fucking tea, dude. Fermented tea. Fried garlic chips, roasted peanuts, fried beans, sesame seeds, fucking pickled tea, my dude. That sounds good. Gunpowder tea? Holy shit. It's because you're gonna be dropping bombs later. It's from a tea in which leaf has been rolled into small round pellets. Oh, cool.
In Mali, gunpowder tea is served in series of 3, starting with the highest oxidization or strongest, unsweetened tea, locally referred to as strong like death, followed by a second serving, where the same tea leaves are
Strong like death. Bro, you ready to die with this tea? Holy shit. I love that. I fucking love that. It's amazing. Alright.
Pickled tea is used in Mali. Gunpowder tea is served in series of 3, starting with the highest oxidization or strongest, unsweetened tea, locally referred to as strong like death, followed by a second serving, where the same
Strong
tea
like
leaves are
death.
boiled again with some sugar added, pleasant as life, and a third one, where the same tea leaves are boiled for the third time with yet more sugar added, sweet as love. Green tea is the central ingredient of a distinctly Malian custom, the grin, an informal social gathering that cuts across social and economic lines, starting in front of family compound gates in the afternoons and extending late into the night, and is widely popular in Bamako and other large urban areas. In the United States, 80% of tea is consumed as iced tea. Sweet tea is native to the southeastern US and is iconic in its
Cuisine. Sweet tea, baby. Woo-wee. Get your fucking sweet tea in ya. Woo, all my international peeps, you don't know what's good about the fucking sweet tea, baby. Oh, wow, it really is just a... Oh, fuck it, yeah, let's do it. Let's learn about sweet tea, baby.
Sweet tea, from Wikipedia, the free encyclopedia. Sweet
Let's
tea,
do it.
also known as sweet iced tea, is a popular style of iced tea commonly consumed in countries such as the United States, especially the South, and Indonesia. Sweet tea is most commonly made by adding sugar or simple syrup to black tea either while the tea is brewing or still hot, although artificial sweeteners are also frequently used. Sweet tea is almost always served ice cold.
Hell
it may
yeah, brother.
sometimes be flavored, most commonly with lemon but also with peach, raspberry, or mint. The drink is sometimes tempered with baking soda to reduce its acidity. Although sweet tea may be brewed with a lower sugar and calorie content than most fruit juices and sodas, it is not unusual to find sweet tea with a sugar level as high as 22 degrees Brix, or 22 grams per 100 grams of liquid, a level twice that of Coca-Cola.
Yeah, brother. That's what I'm talking about. That is some sweet fucking tea. Right there, I want to see a tooth fall out of my mouth. All right? If you ain't feeling the grit in your teeth, you are not drinking sweet tea, you son of a bitch. Don't even call it sweet. That is some bullshit, though. You go in there and just like, hey, you guys have sweet tea? Just like, yeah. It's, all right, yeah, no, I'll definitely take a batch, please. It's, all right, yeah. You come back, they hand you, and it's disguised beautifully. The brown look, maybe the little lemon if you wanted it, the ice, it's looking crisp, and you're getting ready to have that, that film, the film of sugary sweetness hit your tongue. And then you taste it in that bland shit. Oh. That's some sad shit right there. Like, you have not experienced sadness until, like, you've actually had, like, just shit tea. Oh. Shit sweet tea. Not unsweetened tea. Oh, just get a gun and shoot me right now. Like, that's, like, I couldn't do it. I couldn't do that. Oh, I couldn't. It's like getting blue balled. It's awful stuff.
Sweet tea is regarded as an important regional staple in the cuisine of the southern United States and Indonesia. The availability of sweet tea in restaurants and other establishments is popularly used as an indicator to gauge whether an area can be considered part of the South.
Yeah. You went to the South, right? You said you went down to Texas. All right, prove it. Tell me. That was some sweet tea, boy. Was it sweet? Show me your teeth. You got all of them? You didn't have shit.
History. Sweet tea began as an item of luxury due to the expensive nature of its basic ingredients, tea, ice, and sugar. Ice was possibly the most valued of the ingredients since it had to be shipped from afar at a time when access to cool drinking water was already a relative luxury. In modern times, sweet tea can be made in large quantities quickly and inexpensively. The oldest known recipe for sweet tea was published in a community cookbook called Housekeeping in Old Virginia, copyright 1878, by Marion Cabell Tyree. The recipe called for green tea, since most sweet tea consumed during this period was green tea. However, during World War II, the major sources of green tea were cut off from the United States due to the Japanese invasion and occupation of green tea producing regions. As an alternative, green tea was replaced with black tea from British India. By the end of World War II, black tea had become the tea most drunk by Americans. Sweet tea was once consumed as a punch mixed with liquor and flavorings of mint and cream. The modern mint julep evolved from this punch. In 2003, supposedly as an April Fool's joke, the Georgia State House of Representatives introduced a bill making it a misdemeanor of a high and aggravated nature to sell iced tea in a restaurant that did not also offer sweet iced tea on the menu. The bill never went to a vote.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Just like, I couldn't imagine that. It's like, hey. It's like, honestly, just be like, I'm sorry, miss. Just like, I see on the menu that you have iced tea, right? Just like, It's like, you have sweet tea? What do you mean you don't have sweet tea? You mean by the grace of God that I'm gonna be sitting here and you ain't gonna have my sweet tea? Bet your ass you're gonna have my sweet tea or I'm gonna raise the wrath of God. That's funny. That's a good sense of humor. Cool, that was sweet tea. Hell yeah. All right. Let's finish out this here study of the teas. Down in production.
Tea. From Wikipedia. Production.
Tea.
In 2019, global production of tea was 6.5 million tons, led by China with 43% and India with 22% of the world total. Kenya, Sri Lanka, and Vietnam were secondary producers.
That's a lot
Economics.
of tea, baby.
See also, list of countries by tea consumption per capita. Tea is the most popular manufactured drink consumed in the world, equaling all others, including coffee, soft drinks, and alcohol, combined.
Whoa! What? Get the fuck out of here. The most popular manufactured drink consumed in the world. You can combine coffee, combine soft drinks, and alcohol. And tea just beats them all? Get the fuck out of here. Where's the Empire of Tea? Shit, we're back on it. Oh, what? Maybe later. Hold up. Stop. Please. Let me just... Fuck is happening? Oh my god. The hell's happening? Load the viewer. Alright. Drank my St. Patrick's tribe 2,000 years ago. Any given worldwide spread of this drink. All right. So how and why did this happen? Any given rapid worldwide spread of this drink. What have been consequence of this success? Tea became the first truly global product with worldwide repercussions. In many ways, water dominated the world. Human beings consist mainly of water. They need between 2 and 4 pints of liquid per day, depending on the climate, work. Okay, about half of the daily requirement comes through food we eat, the rest through drink. This means that more than anything else on earth, apart from air, water is essential to human. Okay, for long periods of history, in many places, people drank and still drink plain water. For tens of thousands of years, hunter-gatherers had no protection against waterborne diseases. But the dangers were not so great as the population was thinly spread and mobile. People moved on, abandoned their feces and other potential harmful waste. Water supplies remained largely unpopulated. The rapid evolution of harmful bacteria was inhabited mainly took place in other mammals. When settled city civilization emerged, and 10,000 years ago, a number of oh wait, no, we just had this. Is this certain milk drink? 500,000 years have. 500 years ago, over half the world's population was drinking tea as their main alternative water. So it just had a great head start. 2,000 years ago, it was drunk and handful. Oh, damn, we're only limited to that? Shit. Page 32. Can I see page 32? Oh, wait a minute. Oh, so it does? Wow. I gotta, I want to see that. Most popular manufactured drink. That's baffling to me. That. Social rebellion. Oh, I'm looking at, no, I don't want to look at just books. Most tea consumption outside. I just want to, I really want to. Most popular manufactured drink in the world is tea. All we need to survive, hydrate. All we need to survive, hydration-wise, is a plain old water. Okay, let me.
All we need to survive, hydration-wise, is plain old water, but humans have been altering water to make it sweet, bitter, bubbly, alcoholic, or any combination thereof since prehistory. We might have to drink to live, but based on our preference for a wide array of elixirs, we don't really consider it living unless there's a flavor or two involved in our drinks. Among all the processed drinks around the world, there is none so popular and produced in such quantity as tea. Tea is so popular, in fact, that the global production of tea doesn't just push it to the top of the list, but helps tea equal all other processed drink types, coffee, chocolate, soft drinks, alcohol, etc., combined. What kinds of numbers do you need to top the global beverage charts like that? In 2013, the global production of tea was over 5.34 million tons, with a bulk of that tea originating in China, 1.94 million tons, and India, 1.21 million tons. Thanks to the diverse methods of processing, local preparation, and the way tea is incorporated into the daily rituals of people around the planet, it is consumed in some form and by some cultural group in the majority of countries on Earth.
So, I wanna preference a size to this. Heaviest building, yeah. Okay. So the Palace of Parliament is the heaviest building in the world, weighs about 4 million kilograms, billion pounds, 4 million tons. In 2013. So you're telling me we produced so much tea, it became heavier than this fucking building. Holy shit. Look at the size of that. Look at the size. Look, here, let me. I want to preference this. This is wild. That's wild shit. Holy shit. Look at that. Look at that. That's a car. That's a fucking car. We produced more tea, like, in weight than this building. The heaviest building in the world. That's fucking wild. Not only did we produce more tea, we went a million higher in 2013. And this is old building type shit. That's fucking wild. That is fucking absolutely wild. More than coffee, soft drinks, alcohol combined. Oh, I'm saving that. That's wild. That's fucking dope. Go tea. Holy shit.
Most tea consumed outside East Asia is produced on large plantations in the hilly regions of India and Sri Lanka and is destined to be sold to large businesses. Opposite this large-scale industrial production are many small gardens, sometimes minuscule plantations, that produce highly sought-after teas prized by gourmets. These teas are both rare and expensive and can be compared to some of the most expensive wines in this respect. India is...
It can't be. I was about to say, the safety problem, labor and concern. I was about to say, it cannot be produced ethically. It couldn't be.
India is the world's largest tea-drinking nation, although the per capita consumption of tea remains a modest 750 grams, 26 ounces, per person every year. Turkey, with 2.5 kilograms, 5 pounds 8 ounces, of tea consumed per person per year, is the world's greatest per capita consumer. Labor and consumer safety problems. Tests of commercially popular teas have detected residues of banned toxic pesticides. Tea production in Kenya, Malawi, Rwanda, Tanzania, and Uganda has been reported to make use of child labor according to the U.S. Department of Labor's list of goods produced by child labor or forced labor. Workers who pick and pack tea on plantations in developing countries can face harsh working conditions and may earn below the living wage.
See, that's where it is. We learned about this in with coffee, that a lot of these, it's the exploitation of third world or just lower income countries just to serve the higher income companies. Not companies, countries. I mean, fuck, that's some deep shit. But millions of tons. Because even through coffee, it's just it's unregulated harvesting of those coffee beans, and of course it's from overconsumption of this. And so to try to find ethically made stuff, it's 50-50. That's just oh my god, I'm gonna hold on to that for the rest of my life. Fucking tea is the most popular manufactured drink consumed in the world, equaling all others, including coffee, soft drinks, and alcohol combined. That's wild.
Certification. Several bodies independently certify the production of tea, such as Rainforest Alliance, Fairtrade, UTZ Certified, and Organic. From 2008 to 2016, sustainability standards certified tea production experienced a compound annual growth rate of about 35%, accounting for at least 19% of overall tea production. In 2016, at least 1.15 million tons of sustainably certified tea was produced, valued at $2 billion. Rainforest Alliance certified tea is sold by Unilever brands Lipton and PG Tips in Western Europe, Australia and the US. Fairtrade certified tea is sold by a large number of suppliers around the world. UTZ certified tea is sold by Pickwick Tea. Production of organic tea has risen since its introduction in 1990 at Rimbeng, Kondli Tea Estate, Assam. 6,000 tons of organic tea were sold in 1999. Packaging. Tea bags. Main article, tea bag. In 1907, American tea merchant Thomas Sullivan began distributing samples of his tea in small bags of silk with a drawstring. Consumers noticed they could simply leave the tea in the bag and reuse it with fresh tea. However, the potential of this distribution and packaging method would not be fully realized until later on. During World War II, tea was rationed in the United Kingdom. In 1953, after rationing in the UK ended, Tetley launched the tea bag to the UK, and it was an immediate success. The Pyramid Teabag, or sachet, introduced by Lipton and PG Tips Scottish Blend in 1996. attempts to address one of the connoisseur's arguments against paper tea bags by way of its three-dimensional tetrahedron shape, which allows more room for tea leaves to expand while steeping. However, some types of pyramid tea bags have been criticized as being environmentally unfriendly, since their synthetic material is not as biodegradable as loose tea leaves and paper tea bags. Loose tea. The tea leaves are packaged loosely in a canister, paper bag, or other container such as a tea chest. Some whole teas, such as rolled gunpowder tea leaves, which resist crumbling, are vacuum packed for freshness in aluminized packaging for storage and retail. The loose tea is individually measured for use, allowing for flexibility and flavor control at the expense of convenience. Strainers, tea balls, tea presses, filtered teapots, and infusion bags prevent loose leaves from floating in the tea and overbrewing. A traditional
I've ever
method
had
uses a
loose
three-piece
tea.
lidded teacup called a Gai 1. The lid
Or
of which is
loose tea, I
tilted to
guess.
decant the tea into a different cup for consumption. Compressed tea. Compressed tea, such as pu'er, is produced for convenience in transport, storage, and aging.
Wait. I'm sorry. You cannot blow that right by me, Brian, and not give me a chuckle. I'm sorry. What'd you say?
Compressed.
Oh shit! Hold up. I'm sorry. What was that sentence, my dude? You said poo air?
Tea. From Wikipedia, the free encyclopedia. Compressed tea, such as pu'er, is
Cool. All right.
compressed tea, such as pu'er, is produced for convenience in transport, storage, and aging. It can usually be stored longer without spoilage than loose leaf tea. Compressed tea is prepared by loosening leaves from the cake using a small knife, and steeping the extracted pieces in water. During
Oh,
the Tang
shit.
Dynasty, as described by Lu Yu, compressed tea was ground into a powder, combined with hot water, and ladled into bowls, resulting in a frothy mixture. In the Song Dynasty, the tea powder would instead be whisked with hot water in the bowl. Although no longer practiced in China today, the whisking method of preparing powdered tea was transmitted to Japan by Zen Buddhist monks, and is still used to prepare matcha in the Japanese tea ceremony.
Matcha.
Compressed tea was the most popular form of tea in China during the Tang Dynasty. By the beginning of the Ming Dynasty, it had been displaced by loose leaf tea. It remains popular, however, in the Himalayan countries and Mongolian steppes. In Mongolia, tea bricks were ubiquitous enough to be used as a form of currency. Among Himalayan peoples, compressed tea is consumed by combining it with yak butter and salt to produce butter tea. Instant tea. Instant tea, similar to freeze-dried instant coffee and an alternative to brewed tea, can be consumed either hot or cold. Instant tea was developed in the 1930s, with Nestlé introducing the first commercial product in 1946, while Ready Tea debuted instant iced tea in 1953. Additives such as chai, vanilla, honey or fruit, are popular, as is powdered milk. During the Second World War, British and Canadian soldiers were issued an instant tea known as Compo in their composite ration packs. These blocks of instant tea, powdered milk, and sugar were not always well received, as Royal Canadian Artillery gunner George C. Blackburn observed. But, unquestionably, the feature of Compo rations destined to be remembered beyond all others is Compo tea. Directions say to sprinkle powder on heated water and bring to the boil, stirring well. 3 heaped teaspoons to 1 pint of water. Every possible variation in the preparation of this tea was tried, but it always ended up the same way. While still too hot to drink, it is a good-looking cup of strong tea. Even when it becomes just cool enough to be sipped gingerly, it is still a good-tasting cup of tea, if you like your tea strong and sweet. But let it cool enough to be quaffed and enjoyed, and your lips will be coated with a sticky scum that forms across the surface, which if left undisturbed will become a leathery membrane that can be wound around your finger and flicked away. Bottled and canned tea. Main article.
Oh my
canned tea.
God.
Canned tea is sold prepared and ready to drink. It was introduced in 1981 in Japan. The first bottled tea was introduced by an Indonesian tea company, PT Sinus Sosro, in 1969 with the brand name Teh Botol Sosro, or Sosro Bottled Tea. In 1983, Swiss-based Biskof Selfood Limited was the first company to bottle iced tea on an industrial scale.
Okay.
Storage conditions and type determine the shelf life of tea. That of black teas is greater than that of green teas. Some, such as flower teas, may last only a
It's
month or
because
so.
it's more
Others, such as
dried?
improve with age. To remain fresh and prevent mold, tea needs to be stored away from heat, light, air, and moisture. Tea must be kept at room temperature in an airtight container. Black tea in a bag within a sealed opaque canister may keep for 2 years. Green tea deteriorates more rapidly, usually in less than a year. Tightly rolled gunpowder tea leaves keep longer than the more open-leaf chunmi tea. Storage
Okay.
life for all teas can be extended by using desiccant or refrigeration in airtight containers, except green tea, where discreet use of refrigeration or freezing is recommended and temperature variation kept to a minimum.
All right. Here's what we got. A nice little gallery for Longjing green tea, Dai Hong Pao and oolong tea. Ooh. Ah, furry tea. Fondi by. Okay. I'm gonna butcher these. Holy shit, that looks like a piece of shit. Looks like a ball of shit, but no, I guess this is compressed tea. And so you would slice that. Okay. Cool. Like, you can't tell me, like... Sorry, just like some of this shit, just like if you crush it up and you put it in like in a baggie. Like, you probably get a few people to smoke it and then realize... It's like, oh god, dude. Fuck. I feel real zen right now. I mean, come on. That looks like something that's called that looks like a sativa or something. Okay, that just looks good. Fresh tea leaf. Ooh. See, that's something I never even thought of. Like fresh tea leaf, just like in like a salad. I like that. It's nice. All right. Cool. What was it? I had something. What was it? Within the archive, I think. We could just do just tea. I thought I had like a video pepped up. But I guess not. Hold up. Let me. Three best teas. Gotta check my history, students. Cause I had a health effects of tea smuggling. It was like an it was the Internet Archive thing. Tea making tip. Here we go. Let's see how they did it back in the old days, huh? Back in 1941. Who doggy? Nope. Oh shit! Here we go. All right, here, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna learn about how tea is made. Whoa. Sponsored by the Empire of Tea Emporium. By the BPP production. The tea bar. The many women working at the town. Factory was high. You need a hot spot of tea to keep you working in the nice year as our men fight our wars. You just pour that shit in, take a nice sip, and good.
Lovely. Not everyone who can make a good cup of tea.
Oh.
It's simple, really, but many people get careless about tea making. Careless? They don't know the secret, you mean? There is no secret, really. That's a fallacy. Just a few simple rules to remember.
Get fucked. She said, it's not really a fucking secret, okay? It's actually pretty fucking common.
Father, I'll tell you all the tea instructor told me when I first took over my canteen. First of all,
tea leaf is a delicate and sensitive plant. Therefore, it must be stored correctly. There are two reasons for this. Number one is to keep the tea as dry.
Dude, how? Like, he's kind of like getting into that soil. Like, is it just me? Was he kind of like into that soil? Like a lot. Like, you see that, students? He's feeling a little bit like a... Oh, yeah. Oh, my God. Look at him. He's feeling it. Damn. Holy shit. Yeah, you like that fat A&T? Couldn't imagine that. All right.
The best form of storage is to prevent the tea from being contaminated. The best form of storage is an airtight container. This is not always possible, but in any case, the tea chest or metal bin must have a lid that fits well. Tea leaves
Tea.
will very quickly absorb all kinds of aromas. So do not store near to fruit, soap, cheese, spices, or disinfectant.
Well, thank
Don't
God.
keep the tea chest against a wall or on the floor, for they may be damp. Keep it off the ground by placing it on 2 pieces of wood.
Jesus Christ. All right.
So much for storing.
Oh, shit. Oh, my God. I didn't know there were 3 people. It's that dude and his 2 brothers, the eyebrows. Oh, my goodness. I think it's just one. Whew. Damn, he's like staring at my soul right now. Sorry, bruv. Didn't mean to roast you there. He just kind of came out of nowhere.
Now for the tea making itself.
Oh,
There are 6 golden tips to remember in making good tea.
oh, man, you had to put a lot of concentration and blink in your eyes there, my friend. I'm sorry. That was a hold on. Watch him. Watch him blink his eyes. Like I don't know if it took a lot of muscle strain to blink one and then he gave up on the other.
In making good tea.
Oh shit.
Number 1, always use a good quality tea. It's cheaper in the long run, for in addition to a superior
Oh, you
flavor,
see him reading.
it yields more cups to the pound and is therefore more economical. Number 2, always use freshly drawn water. Remember, stale water means stale tea. Remember to warm the pot. This is most important, preventing loss of temperature. Number 4, make sure the correct proportion of tea is measured for the amount of water in the pot.
All right. Got it. Bam.
Number 5,
Boom.
the water must just be boiling. Tea made with underboiled water will be weak and flavorless.
Oh, so you put a little bit of water to get the tea activated? Oh, okay. And then you pour the hot water in.
Whereas
Okay.
overboiled water becomes de-aerated and flat and renders the infusion dull in color and insipid in taste.
Sip.
Number 6.
Okay.
Last, but by no means least, let
Oh.
the tea infuse properly before serving.
How many minutes? Holy shit. Oh.
Natural soft water infuses more readily than hard and makes the best tea. What happens during infusion is this. The
Infusion.
tea leaves are unrolled.
Ah, oh my God. Oh, is that boiling water that he's about to pour into that thing? Oh my
by the
God.
boiling water. Then they release their natural juices within the stated time. If left
How is he
too
staying
long,
calm?
The tea may become a little bitter. The time tea takes to draw varies with the grade of tea and the amount made.
Like that is.
An ordinary teapot infuses in 3 to 5 minutes. An 8-gallon urn might take from 10 to 15 minutes.
Okay.
In this order, china, earthenware, electroplated metal, and stainless steel teapots are most suitable for making tea.
Cool.
Enamel and ordinary tin teapots are not recommended.
Oh.
If tea is to be kept in a pot for some time, the brew should be poured through a strainer into a second teapot which has been previously warmed. This will prevent the tea from becoming over-infused.
Okay.
Urns and multipots are generally used for keeping tea hot
Here's
and
I
hot
want
for any
some tea. Come
length of
on.
time,
Give me some of that tea.
especially in
That's right, fucking
canteens,
right.
such as those serving the forces.
The
or
forces.
in tea cars, which may be sent off at a moment's notice.
Well, you see me fucking blew that guy's head off, right? Here's some tea. Thank you. Thank you. Could be fighting off the country, but now I got some sweet tea, bruv. wait. Yeah! Shit! Fucking right! Do you want a spot of fucking tea? Yeah! I got it! Yeah! Oh shit! Damn, there goes the fucking kettle. Fuck. All right, let's go, boys. We gotta take them. They got tea over there. We gotta fucking kill them for the tea. Probably. Holy shit. You give us tea, we'll fight. We'll fight the Germans. That's kind of how it goes, I guess.
Often traveling through the night to serve civil defense workers.
No way. Civil defense workers? Are you talking about soldiers? There was not women in war going out to serve tea. Hold up. Ah, fucking right. Stick it up there.
And to help distressed people in bombed areas.
Ah, good old child workers. The hell you guys on your... you guys taking a break? You're not done with your 20-hour shift. Get your ass in there. Need you to get behind the machines.
Or serving the troops on active service.
Yeah, go have that fucking spot of tea right there. Thank you. Get your fucking crumpet.
A multipot is an insulated urn which will keep the tea hot for several hours.
Damn, it's like a nuclear type of thing.
For urns and multipots is made as already described, except that the tea is placed in an infuser.
Bet your ass you are not making that. I've had so many times you got the plate. You got the plate and you're trying to transfer that shit? That ain't happening. And yeah, look, they try to rotate it. She's a professional. She is definitely professional.
In an infuser.
Look at that. That is master pour out of a plate. You ain't pouring shit out of a plate unless you're handling that. You got to rotate it. It's a technique. Damn, hell yeah. Wait, so how does that
All
work?
enclosed in a muslin bag.
Look at the fucking size of that tea bag. You just putting the whole plate in there? Okay, nice.
Which must be loosely tied to allow for expansion of the leaves.
Expansion of the leaves.
These tea leaves are then left long enough for infusion to take place, when they must be removed from the urn.
Yes.
In the case of the bags, they should be squeezed to extract all the tea juice.
Yeah, don't waste it.
And then soaked in cold water.
Oh my god, they reuse them? I guess you had to back in the day, I guess.
Afterwards, hung up to dry before using again.
And you can use it right next to your garments while you're drying your undies.
The best way to sweeten tea in bulk is to make a syrup in a jug with some liquid tea.
You are giving me so much fucking anxiety. Just use a cup for the sugar. Why does it have to be in a dish? It's like a dish like you see in like Disney movies where they put the milk in and the cute kitty comes in and drinks it. What the hell?
After making sure that all the sugar has dissolved, pour the syrup into the urn.
The syrup.
If possible, pre-milk the cups, but if not, then do not add the milk to the tea in the urn until the last possible...
See, they're already breaking the rule. You can't pre-milk. You can't pre. No pre in here. Okay? Post pour, you pour the milk. You can't pre-milk it. You can't never pre-milk. Never pre-milk tea.
moment. The adding of the milk too soon causes the tea to deteriorate.
This guy's tutorial's awful. He's not keeping eye contact. I can tell he's reading the script onto it. The lighting's great. He's got the key light on. Perfect. But like, dude, you're vlogging. You gotta show what's up.
You would not add milk to tea in a thermos flask.
What the fuck?
Try not to do so in an urn. Rather than do this, draw off a quantity of tea from the urn into a large teapot or jug to which the milk has already been added.
Okay. All this fucking pre-milking. What the hell?
Urns,
They
multi-pots,
can't understand
and for
it.
that matter, teapots too, should be kept scrupulously clean, both inside and out.
Ah, that burns my
Immediately
hand.
after use,
Oh my
they should
God.
be thoroughly cleaned with hot water and a clean cloth.
Just keeping a
Should they
straight
become
face while
badly
her
stained,
hand boils
a little
alive.
whitening powder may be used, but on no account must soda, wire wool, or any abrasive agent be employed, for they would scratch the lining. One of the most important parts of an urn to clean is the tap, but more often than not, this is neglected. Remember, a
Sorry.
dirty tap means dirty tea.
A dirty tap. Keep that. Write those notes, students. Dirty tap. Okay? When it comes to sex, when it comes to tea, keep the tap clean. Yeah. Keep that rhyming.
When not in use, urns should be stored with their lids off and taps open. This
Airflow.
will keep them fresh. In conclusion,
In
remember,
conclusion.
tea is not a manufactured article which can be made, bottled up, and served at will. It must be prepared every time it is required, and it
Success or failure depends entirely upon the attention you pay to the 6 golden rules.
She sat there for 8 fucking minutes telling this girl off. Holy shit. Damn. In conclusion.
6 golden rules. Can I remember them? Of course you can. Try
Of
now.
course you can.
All right, here goes. Number 1.
Number 1. Number 1. Fuck. What was number 1? I totally forgot. I already forgot. Shit. Number 1. Keep your tap clean. No, that was the 6th one. Shit. Fuck me. I forgot. I forgot all of them. Shit.
Always use a good quality tea. Good. Number 2.
Good quality
always
tea.
Use freshly drawn water, right? Number
Fresh
3,
tea, fresh water.
Remember to warm the teapot or urn. Everyone knows
Warm the
that
teapot
one.
or urn.
And number 4,
Okay, hold. I'm
measure
learning.
the right quantity of tea for the amount
Measure.
of water in the pot. Very good.
Fresh tea, fresh water,
Number
hot
5,
urn, measure tea,
The water must reach boiling point.
hot
Pot
water.
to the kettle, not kettle to the pot. And the last rule.
Wait, what? 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 What was that?
Number 5. The water must reach boiling point.
Boiling point.
Pot to the kettle,
Hot to the kettle.
not kettle to the pot. And
Pot to the
last
kettle.
rule, number 6. Let the tea brew for 5
Brew.
to 10 minutes before serving. Excellent. What do you say, Mother? Yes, then tea will revive you. Now you have the secret, as you call it. So in future, don't spoil good tea by bad preparation. Let every cup you make be a cup that cheers.
Well, there you fucking go. So, okay. So, we're talking about tea, baby. So, okay. First one. Fuck. Oh my god, I just fucking. Okay, no. First one, fresh tea. Make sure you have the good quality tea and it's not reused. Secondly, fresh water. Sanitized water. Water into that. Thirdly, warm the pot, warm the urn first. Fourthly, oh my god, no. Third is measure. Third is measure. Fourth is urn. Pot like hot. Pot to urn. Pot to kettle, not kettle to pot. And then what? No wait, fuck. Right? And then, what the 5th one? The 6th one is... Shit. Shit. Wait. I have to serve great tea.
The water must reach teapot or urn. Everyone knows that one. And number
Okay.
4,
Jesus Christ.
measure the right quantity of tea for the measure the right quantity of tea.
Wait, was that the fourth one?
Number 3, remember to warm the teapot or urn.
Warm the
Everyone
teapot or
knows
urn.
that one. And number
Oh, so
4,
okay, so warming the urn,
Measure the
measure, and then pot to urn, and no pot to kettle, and then what's the fifth one? No, what's the sixth one? Oh, I don't want. Oh, it's a challenge. It's the serving of it, right? It's the serving of it. Measuring? Heat? Heating? It has to do with the heating. It has to do with serving. Serving it, right? Serving it. Okay. Let's see.
not kettle to the pot.
Kettle's at the pot.
And the
Right.
last rule, number 6, let the tea brew for 5 to 10 minutes before serving.
Oh, God. Fuck. I totally missed that one. All right, fine. We got it. Fresh tea, fresh water, warm the kettle, boil the tea. Serve it to kettle to pot, and then fucking let it sit for 5 to 10 minutes. Holy shit. Well, there you go, students. That's how you... Holy shit. Hot diggity damn. I think we got it. I think that's tea. I think that is motherfucking tea. We learned a lot. That was so much that we learned. There was wars. There was wars to tea. There was wars involving tea. There was things that just they were what was it? I didn't it still baffles me that okay. Oh my God, there's so much shit involved in it, and I absolutely love that. That just so much drama happens around this herb, it was a part of it. It was a part of the expansion of it. People learned so much through it. It was a medicine to it. It was just a hot part of it as to deal with the global impact of it. Big topic today. Yeah. We hit 2 hours and 30 minutes. Honestly, I kind of wish we may have to redo coffee, because I don't think we did coffee justice, especially with how much tea was it, because I know there was war. I just wasn't feeling well that day. But hot damn. Hey, so if I were to, so now as a conclusion, after studying coffee and studying tea, what is my hot beverage of choice? You know what? I'm going with tea. I'm a tea guy. I'm a tea boy. Through and through. Through and through. I am a tea boy. Yeah. Well, I think that'll call it, students. We learned a lot today. I'm so happy you are a part of it. And what was it? I'm a little sad because I'm going to be gone. I'm going to be gone for a whole week. You won't be seeing me next week. So what was it? I'll be posting some of the videos, some of the highlights and stuff like that. So we're going to be able to enjoy that. Hey, I'll be coming back with more topics. Spread the word. And hey, so happy that we reached 100 subscribers and stuff like that. I'm going to hang out with people out of state, and so I won't be near my computer and all my supplies. That's why, Tyler. So Yeah, and students watching on YouTube, thank you for watching. Twitch, we're gonna be watching. Hey, chill there for a bit. We're gonna go raid some people, and we're gonna tell them all the shit that we learned today. That was fun. That was so much fun. On all the like amazing things that we learned. But hey, I'm gonna say bye. I'm gonna say bye. I'm gonna run the thing, and just like for the recording bit and stuff, and then I'm gonna come back, and then we're gonna go raid somebody. Okay. All right. So chill there for a second while we just send this out on a good note. All right. Hey, thank you for watching, and thank you for learning. All right. We learned a lot. Wikipedia gave us a bunch. All right. And we're going to be continuing this format. We're going to I want to try to follow more trending and this stuff to have some fun with that. But I thank you for that. Thank you for watching. Thank you for helping me reach 100 subscribers. We celebrated that on Monday. But I hope you have a wonderful day. And have a good one. All right. I'll catch you later. All right.